Okay, here's a quick follow-up on the other two the vids. I have isolated where the problem is with the Stack Overflow. Um, if you take a look, remember I was showing you the errors where I had this really weird Stack Overflow, and it looks like it jacked up somehow it jacked up Buffout 4, where it didn't give me a complete log. You can see where I added the 4 in. It crashed, and if you take a look at the Buffout log, you can see that Buffout generated an incomplete log. Even Buffout couldn't generate a full log, and it looks like it's getting stuck. Let's see, just to document this, it looks like it's getting stuck somewhere when it does system specs. So it only makes it as far as the warnings, if I'm not mistaken. And so let's take a look here. Yeah, see, it only makes it as far as the warnings, and then when it goes to do system specs, it totally fries out. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I added these three back in. Well, four actually, three back. So I added in the wilderness. So I added that, the farmlands, and the forest, and the game will start up just fine, no crash. But when I add the marshland in, that definitely, you can see, because I added it, I put a little note here where I added just that one mod back in. And I've used this before. I've had, the reason they're even in there is they carry over from load order to load order because I like the new environments. I like the way he designs his environments. It needs some good solid questing, so if you combine some of his design elements, and I know there's, I think there's a couple users said where some of his, I don't think it's previs, but it's his nifs, it's his meshes, doesn't have any collision, doesn't have collision defined or collision data in the actual nif. Um, but oh, I like the environments. They're really cool. I put the rooftops in here. That's a new one he did. I've never tried it. But marshland is the problem. So let's see. And I do know that it changed because he had updated. I think the marshlands is the one where he added. I think it was you follow. I think something chases you. You're following like a ghost, or a ghost is kind of like a quote ghost is chasing you through this area, and you have to solve the riddle of the marshland before the ghost gets to you. And I think it's a glowing one. I believe it turns out to be a glowing one. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that I had updated this more than once. Anytime I delete something like this, it's I'm more than likely I'm updating it. Let's see, or I was testing the manifest system. Let's see. Um, let's see. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure because might be before I did the manifest, but don't quote me on it. Let's see if that won't tell us. I think it deleted what I didn't need. Okay. So is it marshlands? There we go, marshland. Oh, there's the problem. All right. So yeah, it's 1.4. All right. So the next thing I would try to do to debug this is I'm going to go to the mod authors page and see if there's anything that might help me to see if another user had it, because I don't think I'm the only one using that mod or putting that mod in my load order. So we're going to skip over to this way, and I'm going to grab let's see, let you have to download that. Let me open up another tab here, and let me just go in and do the marshland. Okay, this one. All right, so if I take a look, let's take a look at the posts here. And I've already done this to kind of skim it, and that's why I wanted to put this through, is like just to kind of document it. He goes, I've had a persistent CTD whenever trying to start a new game. I have a CTD when starting a new game, or if trying to put this in an existing game. With Life Finds a Way. So notice he has this. He has exception stack overflow. Let's see if the address is the same. It might be different depending on its load order because as things get loaded into memory, they're loaded into different memory locations. So, but this should be the same because this should be a relative offset within the beginning of this executable. So that I'm a set, I believe, should stay the same. So if I go over here and take a look at that, yeah, see, 355E8, is that E? Yeah, 355E84. Take a look, 355. So see, that's the exact same error I'm getting. So I don't know why it happens when you're loading a game, but I do know when, and it's with a new game. So at least this is the exact same error that I'm having. So that was where that Stack Overflow occurred. Whereas before I was thinking, okay, this might have come from previous pre-combine, and it still might if he has previs or pre-combines in his. I'm not saying that's like an absolute, but to honestly rule it out. Let me see if I can do. I think how I want to do this. Oops. There. And isn't that what it's called? Oh, right, I don't have it. That's right, it's not active. Ah, phooey. I wonder if I can do it like this. Let me see. I'm not even sure this is gonna work. But it might be something that I might want to put a quick function in for. Just kind of code something up really fast. I think this will probably work. So let me. This is kind of extracting the file list from the BA2. Hopefully, it doesn't use anything hard coded. It basically uses a generic binary file parser, and then you just provide a format. So hopefully this will give us something, and we can see. Oh, there's a lot. There must be a lot of files in that. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think it's like, is there CTG? Is it CTG? CTX? Yeah, I don't see anything like that. A lot of material files, some NIFs. Lots of NIFs. Not sure what that is. UVD, not positive. Yeah, I don't really. So, okay, so if there is nothing in here like that, I can more than likely rule that out. Alright, so I don't see anything that might be, let's do this real quick, previs related. So, let's take a look at, just find the mod, and let's take a look here. Yeah, oh, CDX and CSG. So, we're looking for CDX. Yeah, don't see that one. And then we're looking for CSG. Yeah, don't find that one. Okay, so previs does not come with this. Okay, so I can rule that out as far as whatever's the problem is coming from the marshlands. If I take a look at, let's see, if I take a look at what, I mean, let's see what kind of conflicts we might have. Let's rule that one out. Okay, so we're going to show files, and let's pick this, and then let's see what this shows me. This is going to take a minute. It's down here. It's going to have to create a file list, and it's going to have to search the file list. So I don't see anything there. All right, so let's try this. Let's see what this shows. Okay. All right, so I don't see any conflicts that exist with the current load order. And basically, it's just a real simple function that looks at your current load order, looks at your current BA2 files, gathers sequentially all of the files that like uh, so for example, if in the marshlands you can see that it has these BA2s, and then these BA2s they have files, so it goes sequentially down the plugin list and grabs a BA2 if it exists, gets the file list from that, and then it starts generating. As it goes down, it'll put that in like a conflict dictionary, and then it just keeps going sequentially down the load order. And then whenever you have a conflict, it'll record that, and it'll tell you where the source of it is. Because sometimes you'll have a loose file that's locally in your data folder, so it might be like a NIF or something. And one of these did, I think it was the Wilderness. Let's take a look. I think it was this one. Let's see. One of these did. I'm not sure. Yeah, see here. So you can take a look at it and see that there is quite a few. These are quite a few conflicts. Of course, the last one. It'll tell you the last one here. The last one in in the list of each file actually is the one that is going to be the winner. I don't know if there's any loose files here. Looks like all of them are just texture files. Here's some. Panda, I have no idea. So whatever this thing is, I don't even know what this is. Unless this is a bear. This looks like a bear texture. For a teddy bear, I think. Just looking at it. Color back utility. I have no idea. God, I have no idea. That one apparently doesn't like to be opened. This one, I have no idea. This is kind of some kind of background for something. Okay, so but you can see you can look through here and see you can I don't see anything. I mean, these are just material files, meshes, and things like that. But it loads with this just fine. So there's something in the marshland. Somebody else has it. Somebody else has encountered the same problem. So it looks like it's some kind of conflict with life finds a way. I don't know if it's an injector script or what it might be. I can't really take life finds a way out. Well, I mean I could, but it's definitely going to generate a ton of errors. Like it's going to be because it's kind of really embedded in the game save, and the game save is pretty big. So if I rip that out, it may or may not load. I think it would, but I think it would probably give me a lot of errors. I definitely wouldn't want to save it back, save the game save back in that kind of state, because it would more than likely corrupt or destabilize that game save. So I wouldn't be able. It's going to crash or do it's going to become completely dysfunctional. So it's not going to work. So, but I just wanted to kind of to let you know that I quickly isolated it to the marshlands, and when I looked it up, other people were having the exact same issue. So if you go back in, the exact same issue with the exact same offset, because this is the offset into Fallout 4 EXE, right? So when operating system loads an executable and any DLLs, it floats. It can load it anywhere into memory, but it doesn't matter because, like, let's say you have a program that has a bunch of code in it. You can load that anywhere in memory. So the beginning reference, the beginning address of Fallout 4 EXE can be anywhere in memory. But this is an offset into the code. So what you would need is the beginning address in memory plus the offset would give you the absolute location in memory. But that's the offset. The offsets are the same as what I have. So that looks like that this is a problem with, because he'd already done. This is an example of where another user had already done the legwork, and he found out that he calls it the mirror scene. I can't even get my game to load. Like it won't even. I can't even get the game to load. And a new game will do the exact same thing because I tried it once before. It won't even. I can't remember if it's the mirror scene or not. I think what he means by the mirror scene is when it's loading, right when the screen is black, right before it shows Nate and Nora, the two characters, and I believe that's where mine would crash. So I think it's crashing in that black screen area before it's the opening. So I don't even think mine gets that far. I don't even see it opening. I think, like you saw, it was loading itself and then it crashed. So there's some kind of thing not jiving in here. Not sure what it is. I'm assuming that this is some kind of recursive uh, leveled list. My first guess would be it's a recursive level list where for some reason one thing is calling another, which then then it's calling the previous item. That would be my just initial guess without even looking at any of it. But I'm going to go ahead and exclude that from my load order, and I'll consider that one solved. I've got everything back in but that, so I won't kind of get to see his mod. Maybe he'll come up with a patch. Maybe I'll take a look at it and figure out what it is, and we're good to go. So just want to drop this off and kind of record it and just kind of document it so that I can kind of close out some of the things. So if you might need it, or maybe somebody does a search and might need a little bit more information, it's kind of out there for anyone who needs it. So good luck. Just holler back if you need anything else. There's a lot of us there, and pretty good with helping everybody. So good luck, and always have fun.